The Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. In the land of Egypt, the Israelites lived as slaves under the oppressive rule of Pharaoh. Their cries for freedom reached the heavens, and God chose Moses, a humble shepherd with a tumultuous past, to lead them to liberation. Moses, with his brother Aaron, stood before Pharaoh and demanded, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused. God unleashed 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt. Water turned to blood, frogs, gnats, flies, livestock disease, boils, hail, locusts, darkness, and finally, the death of the firstborn. The final plague broke Pharaoh's resolve, and he reluctantly allowed the Israelites to leave. They departed swiftly, carrying with them unleavened bread, for they had no time to let it rise. Guided by a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, the Israelites set out into the desert. They camped by the Red Sea, only to see Pharaoh's army closing in. In a miraculous display of divine power, Moses stretched out his staff, and the waters parted, allowing the Israelites to cross on dry land. As Pharaoh's chariots pursued, the waters crashed back, drowning the Egyptian forces. The journey through the wilderness was arduous. The people grumbled about the lack of food and water, but God provided manna from heaven and water from a rock. Despite their hardships, the Israelites experienced God's presence at Mount Sinai, where he gave Moses the 10 Commandments, laws to guide their new nation. For 40 years, the Israelites wandered the desert, learning to trust in God and preparing for the life ahead. Moses himself was not destined to enter the Promised Land, for he had disobeyed God at Meribah. Instead, he was to see it from Mount Nebo and pass leadership to Joshua, a man of unwavering faith. As they approached the land of Canaan, Moses reminded the people of God's covenant and his promises. He recounted their journey, the miracles they had witnessed, and the laws they were to uphold. Then, Moses ascended Mount Nebo, where he gazed upon the land flowing with milk and honey, before he passed away. Under Joshua's leadership, the Israelites crossed the Jordan River. The waters parted as before, signaling God's continued presence with them. They conquered Jericho through faith and obedience, the walls crumbling after they marched around the city for 7 days. Victory after victory followed as they claimed the land promised to their ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The land of Canaan was divided among the 12 tribes of Israel. The long journey from slavery to freedom, from despair to hope, had reached its fulfillment. The Israelites had finally entered the land of promise, a testament to their faith and perseverance, and the enduring faithfulness of their God. And thus, the legacy of Moses and the Exodus was etched into the heart of Israel, a story of deliverance, covenant, and the unwavering promise of a land where they could live in peace and prosperity.